Let's explore the various options available to us when running a Fuse analysis when using Microsoft Project or Project Server files. Fuse can interact with Microsoft Project in one of two modes. In the first mode, a Microsoft Project file can be imported into Fuse in exactly the same way that any other file type would be imported. So for example, from the Get External Data menu within the Projects tab within Fuse, I can click on the Microsoft Project icon, select my schedule, click the import button. My data automatically gets imported into my workbook, and from this point forward I can go ahead and run my Fuse analysis. The second mode is to actually launch a Fuse analysis directly within Microsoft Project. So let's load in our MSP schedule, and directly from Microsoft Project, as long as the Fuse add-in has been installed into Microsoft Project, we can go to the Add-ins tab, click the Analyze in Acumen Fuse button, which will then automatically push the Microsoft Project data directly into Fuse without having to do a manual import. This makes the integration very, very seamless. And again, once the import is complete, I can go ahead and run my analysis just in the same way that I did previously by doing the manual import when in Fuse. During a Fuse installation, you will be prompted as to whether you want to also install the Microsoft Project Fuse Toolbar add-in. Additionally, this can be manually installed from within the Fuse options. Under Add-ins, I can click on the Install button to manually install the add-in. By default, Fuse doesn't actually need Microsoft Project installed on the PC in order to read and access Microsoft Project data. Under the Platforms tab in Fuse Options, you can actually specify whether or not Fuse will read the MPP file without needing Microsoft Project. This is the default, or alternatively, you can uncheck this selection whereby Microsoft Project will actually be used as the protocol for loading in the MSP file and then pushing that file back into Fuse. Using the native mode without using Microsoft Project makes importing much faster. In fact, the import speed is about 10 times faster when reading the file directly without relying on Microsoft Project to provide the information into Fuse.